It's a beautiful morning. The breeze is down, not going to go away completely. Temps in the 70s today, like mid 70s, low to mid 70s, depending where you are. Tomorrow, about 10 degrees cooler, and even cooler on Saturday. Chance of overnight showers, mostly north of Lehigh Valley tonight and tomorrow night. And all in all, I mean, it'll be very, very spotty showers, and again, mostly to the north. That's really it. A beautiful day today, beautiful day tomorrow. Not horrible on Friday, although on Friday the moist moves in, and the best chance we're going to have overnight showers of the next 3 days is Friday night. That's it. If you remember last week, I gave this really weather geeky, nerdy rundown of La Nina. There was a question about La Nina, so we talked about La Nina. We talked about how the energy from La Nina travels the equator, comes up the west coast, and then gets funneled, pumped, if you will, onto the west coast by energy that forms in the basin that is the Gulf of Alaska, southeast Alaska, between like British Columbia, Canada, and southeastern Alaska. And I said, as that energy comes up from the equator up the west coast, it gets funneled and forced, pressured, steered, if you will, from that energy in the horseshoe that is the Bay of Alaska, begins a cyclonic kind of counterclockwise spinning and then moves on shore. Well, let's look at a map real quick. Last week when we looked at it, there was not a whole lot of energy. There was not a whole lot of anything. But now what you're looking at is exactly what I said. So we have the first system of many that are becoming ashore today in the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia, Canada, Washington State, Oregon, even Northern California. That's going to produce some heavy rain, some winds. It may cause some snow in the Cascades. But see that one to the left of it, the one that's closer to Alaska? That is going to be it is a monster, but it is going to have monster-like effects on British Columbia, Canada, Washington State, and Oregon. If you were to get in your car right now and start driving west on Interstate 80, by the time you got to Donner Pass in Washington State, or is that Oregon? Where's Donner Pass across the Cascades? Washington State, right? Or is it Oregon? I believe it's Washington State. But as Interstate 80 goes over the Cascade Mountains, if you were to leave today, right now, jump in your car, start driving west on 80 towards the west coast, you'd have some time to stop at Wall Drug in Wall, South Dakota. There's a great little bar in Kodaka, South Dakota, just east of Wall. You could stop there, have a drink, and meet the locals. I did that once. That was a good time. Then you drive west. Donner Pass is in California. Okay, Northern California. All right. So if you go from Donner Pass on Interstate 80 north, you get in your car today, you drive through 80, you stop and see the sights. There's a giant corn palace along 80, I think in Iowa, somewhere out that way. There's a whole lot of tourist traps out there. The world's biggest truck stop is on I-80. You go out there, stop there, look at it. Drive over to the Cascades, and by the time you get to Donner Pass in Northern California on Sunday, you are going to be talking about feet of snow. The Cascades from British Columbia, Canada, down to Donner Pass in Northern California could see 8 feet. 8 feet of snow. Yes, 8 feet of snow. That's bad
Fuck
because it's going to be a
that.
bit deep up and the roads cleared. But the good news out of these two systems that you're looking at is we're about to see the sudden death of the western U.S. wildfire season. This will effectively kill the wildfire season, finally, out on the West Coast. And it's been a bitch of a fire season out on the West Coast. That's going to come to a precipitous end late this weekend and early next week. They're going to see so in the Cascadians. So it comes through, and again, remember, we talked about that energy coming up from the equator, running up the west coast. As it hits the steering pattern in the horseshoe, that Gulf of Mexico, that Gulf of Alaska, Southeast Alaska. It turns that energy, comes up, and as it interacts with it, it spins it and slingshots it to the west coast. So because it's a low pressure system or a bad weather system, it spins counterclockwise. It is so big and so intense that you're going to see what you think is an eye wall. It's not necessarily an eye wall specifically, but it is the center of the system. And in many ways, it's going to seem hurricane-like, cyclonic-like, as it moves towards the shore. The first one, pretty impressive. That second one is going to be absolutely awing. That's awe-inspiring, Palmerton. So lots and lots of precipitation coming from Northern California through Oregon and Washington State up into Canada. And the higher elevations of the Cascades are going to see feet of snow. Does that energy eventually get to us? It could. On a normal year, on a normal day, I would say yes, it's going to stream across the jet stream and come into our region. The question here is we have a shear system that is running up through the southwestern United States, up through the northern, mid-central United States, up into Canada. That could cut this off and steer it away from us. That's why we've been seeing a lot of precipitation to the north. And when we talk about local showers for our region, we're saying more likely to the north of the Lehigh Valley, because this is the system or this pattern that we're in. With the moisture as it comes through, it gets steered up and over us, if you will, to the north of us. And that's what looks to be the future for us as we go into next week. But that could absolutely change as we see that cold mass over Canada that can fluctuate and turn out. We don't talk about. The real weather folks talk about bombogenesis all the time. These two storms, both of them, particularly the second system, the one that's farther west, the one that's closer to Alaska, actually over parts of Alaska, that is absolutely will bomb out in a strengthening way, a bombogenesis, if you will. That's going to happen with that system. It's going to get strong really fucking quick, really, really fucking quick. And that's why it's going to create so much havoc for the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia, Northern California. I would hope that we will see some images Sunday over the weekend and into Sunday, Monday of Donner Pass. And it's going to show you a lot of snow when they do that. And I'm sure some California or Oregon news outlet will go to Donner Pass to film the snow, and there's going to be fuckloads of it to film. So, but for us, a beautiful day today, a beautiful day tomorrow, not horrible on Friday. The weekend, again, there's some uncertainty there. We could be opportunities for some precipitation on Saturday, better chance on Sunday, but at the same time, there's also an opportunity that's completely dry. I could go into that, but that's not really forecast, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. But there's some uncertainty for this weekend atmospherically, and the system that's now coming in from the West Coast will let us know very quickly how we're going to see the precipitation for the weekend. But for us, mostly the showers to the north of the Lehigh Valley. Some could sneak into the Lehigh Valley. We'll see. But the best chance for those showers, particularly overnight, are going to be north of the Lehigh Valley. 70s today, 60s tomorrow, 50s on Saturday. Cooling trend. You see that? The cooling trend. If you're a front plater and you're thinking about going to look at leaves this weekend, don't waste your gas. Go find something else to do. The leaves are boring. They're not going to be changing. They're not going to get those gorgeous colors that we sometimes see for the reasons I've been telling you about for the last couple of months. We've just had entirely too much moisture, and the trees are sufficiently nourished that they've been able to produce enough sugars that prevents those really vibrant colors. If you want vibrant colors in the trees, you want drought conditions or less moisture. That is an absolutely gorgeous camp. I have no idea where the fuck it is because we're about to look at it. This is one of my dream places. Like, if I could live anywhere, this would be one of those places that I would have a home. If I was a billionaire, if I was like Jeff Bezos rich, I would have a home here. You are looking at the Grand Teton in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Absolutely fucking spectacular. And some of the best wild fish wild trout fishing in the world, right there in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I mean, come on, how do you? That's fucking gorgeous. Those mountains, by the way, that look beautiful, they're fucking massive. This live cam does them absolutely no justice. We'll come back to this camera next week, and you're going to see a lot more white on those mountains. A lot more. That's it. I don't know what else to talk about. Absolutely nothing, actually. I have no idea what to talk about. Chris, if you're there, do you have anything that we should be discussing right now?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. The comments are quiet today
I'm hoping
too.
that we'll have, I'm hoping that we will have a cornhole announcement over the weekend. The cornhole tournament announcement over the weekend. And the April event, by the way, we might have some details on some specifics on that this weekend as well. We could have those as early as today. The April event that we haven't told you about, because there were some uncertainties. I'm hoping to concrete and solidify some finalizations of those plans for April. And when we get them, we'll let you know what they are.
Might be the
Again, for the
most
cornhole tournament in January.
April might be the most de-weather event in history. We'll tease.
I would say that's. I don't think it will be a surprise that we're doing it. I think people are going to be like, "What took you so?" Or "That's perfect," or yeah. So it could be. Yes.
Jim Segley, did you install the new headlights?
No, I didn't have a chance to yesterday. I have them. In fact, they're right. I have a lot of installing to do today, actually. We have the new headlights. They are here. I am just trying to figure out where that little boxy thing is going to go. Yeah. What is that noise? Do you hear that noise?
I heard the chirp from your car.
Yeah, what was that? It wasn't my car. It was over the Bluetooth.
That
Anyway,
was your radar detector.
and I have some radio. I have some radars. I have some radios to install today as well.
Oh, so we have communications abilities, is what you're saying.
Yeah, significant communication abilities. I've got a couple to install today. I'm just trying to figure out exactly where they're going to mount, how to run the antennas out. There are some antenna thoroughfares through the roof already.
That is correct.
They're plugged. I'm afraid that I have to remove this whole fucking headliner, however.
That is correct.
But regardless, I'm going to go through the roof directly. I'm going to have to take the headliner down. I don't want to do that, but I'm going to have to. But I might have someone do that because that seems like a lot of trouble.
Not as much as you think. That's a project I've done before.
Yeah, that's deconstructing the vehicle. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Joseph Mead says April will be epic.
April will be epic. Joseph, if you message me, I didn't get it or I haven't seen it. So if you have the answers that we were just talking about, if you could message me, that would be awesome.
Jim says,
no pressure on Joseph.
Oh, go ahead.
But the entire April event is contingent upon Joseph's answers to my questions.
Yes.
If it doesn't happen, it's because of Joseph.
Wow. No pressure there, Joseph. Jim Segley says, make sure the headlights are not oxidized. That can make them really dim. That's a project I have done before. That is... They can be a mess, but my God, the difference it makes when you clean them up.
These are, my friends, 20,000 lumen light bulbs.
Yeah, no, not the bulbs. The outside.
Oh, the lenses?
Yeah, the outside of the the plastic cover.
Yeah, no, they're good.
Tom Tassi wants to know if you have a loudspeaker that is going in the car.
Yes.
So we will be able to communicate with the outside world
there will be a PA system installed here in the next week or so.
So when you're screaming the fuck yous at our friends that run stop signs, it'll actually come out of the loudspeaker in the front of the car.
They will hear it, yes.
That's beautiful. Good morning, Ann Sharpley. Joseph Mead says, if you need help, let him know. And he's waiting on one more answer, which is dates.
Okay, good. Other than that, we're good, Joseph?
Dougie Barnhart says, drill a hole through the roof and caulk it. That's already done. It's an old retired police cruiser.
Okay, stand by. Let's go outside, shall we? Let me show you the current state of the roof. Are you ready?
Man on the street reporting now.
See all the antennas already on the roof?
Yeah.
And there's plugs there on the
Yeah, basically, you might be able to use one of the existing ones.
No, because they are specifically tuned for a certain range of frequencies that I do not currently have radios for.
We'll work on that one, too.
But I didn't realize until yesterday just how many antennas are on this fucking roof. And there's like 5, 6 holes that aren't even used. But there's 1, 2, 4 antennas currently on the roof.
Benjamin Wiseman, have you done a prediction for this winter?
Yes, I have.
Tom Tassi, let's go, Brandon. Chris Casbier, good morning, fuckers. Rich Young, Weissel broadcasted to the whole Sam's Club parking lot.
That's exactly right.
Everybody and their mother will know when you're on the air.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I could do the audio through the PA system parking in the parking lot. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Just a little video projector under the wall. That would be hilarious. I could just park in a large wait, so you don't really see the vehicles standing out very much. And then just do the white cell. People look around the parking lot. Where the fuck is that coming from?
Well, that's kind of the whole point of equipping the vehicle in this way. So when we do an event somewhere, that becomes an available outlet.
Yep. Yes, this is getting some upgrades over the next week or so.
You need to get a DeWeather theme song that you can play like an ice cream truck.
Yeah, we asked for one back during the Utah days for someone to write a theme song. Some people said they would, and they never did. We don't have a theme song.
Yeah. I mean, you could theoretically play the opener over and over again.
Theoretically. It would be cool to have an actual theme music. And one with lyrics even would be fantastic.
I'm not that creative.
Yeah, no, I'm not musical at all, so.
What are you more inept at, music or mechanical ability?
Mechanical. See, I can make the fuck out of wood stuff. Like, you put me in my wood shop, I can make damn near anything. But when it comes to, like, vehicle mechanics, yeah, not so much.
Howard Gregory, when are you putting the DeWeather vinyl wrap on your vehicle?
As soon as I can figure out a way to fund that.
And it doesn't need a wrap either. It doesn't need a whole wrap. The car is gorgeous. It just needs the decals.
I would love the whole wrap. But excuse me, to wrap this Ford Explorer will be between $3,000 and $4,000.
Yes.
Which Young, I would love to do.
Rich Young says, just blare 70s porn. Pow chicka bow wow. At one time, I had a buddy he was a music major in college, and did an undergraduate course, like thesis, 10, 20-page project, whatever it was, on the thesis that the rhythm and tempo of porn music directly correlated to the numbers and genders of the performers in the scene.
Yikes.
And did this whole musical thing. Guy and a girl, boom, ba boom, ba boom, boom. And then when you had like the big orgy, it was like boom, 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 boom. And it kind of makes sense if you read the whole thing. But way too much effort for me.
He didn't get a Nobel Prize for Literature or Science on that?
No. I'm pretty sure it was peer reviewed, but not published.
How did he get an award? I feel like there should be like a special award for that from the AVN.
Maybe. Could you imagine if DeWeather got a booth at the AVN Awards?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
There's one of those expos coming to Newark, New Jersey in December.
Let's just cover it.
We're going to cover the porn expo in New Jersey?
Yeah. I have Mike. I need to get Mike flags made.
That's easy. I can take care of that one. Have them all ready.
I have one somewhere.
Do you want white or black?
Oh no, it depends what we're going to put on it.
Should we put a big blue cock on one side? DeWeather. It should probably say DeWeather somewhere on it.
Somewhere. Or just the DE logo, perhaps.
Correct.
That would look good on the flag.
Yes, it would. I can make up some samples today. Maybe.
And then we're taking the D to the porn expo.
Yes. Rich Young. Security T-shirt and the deplorer. Who is questioning that? Hands-on security.
Maybe for the porn expo in Jersey, we'll get removable vinyl that says Porn Patrol.
That's the other part of this. You could also just put certain things on magnets and stick them to the deplorer that way. So it could be like instantly rebrandable.
Yeah.
One day it's DeWeather Cares. The next day it's a Pornhub casting car.
I need to do GoFundMe for DeWeather and see how well it goes. Just put it out there, see what happens with it.
I think we're going to be doing that in the very near future. But not GoFundMe. That takes a lot of your money.
Yeah.
Deep Pornhub.
I don't know what else to talk about. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice tomorrow. It's going to be nice-ish on Friday. 70s today, 60s tomorrow, 50s on Saturday.
Are we going to a football game on Friday? Well, are you going to a football game on Friday?
Is anyone else coming?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I might go. I might not. I don't know.
Well, considering it's in the ticker, join the DeWeather get-together tailgate party.
Oh. Okay.
We'll decide tomorrow.
We'll talk about it tomorrow morning.
If we're going to go watch the Palmerton Blue Bombers take on the Fighting Miners.
Is it the Fighting Miners?
Yes.
No, what are they
Batlin.
It is
Excuse me, Batlin Miners.
That's it.
Yes, the ticker is wrong.
Batlin Miners. Gotta fire that in.
Still stupid.
So dumb.
Look, there's Grand Teton again. It's gorgeous.
That's gorgeous. That is fucking gorgeous.
And cloud porny today, too.
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah, they got a lot more coming. Just wait. There's going to be a lot of white on those mountains.
Not Colombian mountains either.
Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. God. The West is so beautiful. So beautiful. Montana, Wyoming, northern Idaho. Absolutely gorgeous.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I flew from Denver to Bozeman, which amounted to like a 15-minute flight.
Yeah, that's a fun airport to fly.
Oh, my God. When the pilot got on with a stewardess hat, and he does the little safety brief, takes off the stewardess hat, puts it in the cargo net on the front of the plane, and then takes the pilot hat out, puts that on, sits in the front seat, and there's no cockpit door.
Yep.
We were nose down into the ground to land at Bozeman Airport. God damn.
You can land at Bozeman.
An airport so small, it has no taxiway. It's only one runway and a building at the end of it. Loved it. Dave Vidzicki says it's okay. Minersville can't read or spell anyway. They won't notice.
Maybe that's why there's the battling miners, not the battling miners. Nobody could figure out how to write a key.
They're still trying to figure out what they're battling.
Misty Sinati messaged me last night after watching the replay and told me they're fighting anemia.
They're fighting what?
Anemia.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Battling anemia.
Yes.
Get out of here. I got to go see Mr. Rick Young about some auto insurance. And Michael's Insurance over there in Stoke Park Road. And then I'm going to try and do some installations today, hopefully. The headlights are going to, I don't know, I got to figure out where those little boxy things go.
Inside the headlight.
There's not a lot of room inside the headlight.
I don't know then.
Yeah, I don't need it. I'll figure it out. That's it.
All right.
I love you all. Ladies, I love you a little bit more. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock with Morning Wood with Blue. And then around 9:30 tomorrow morning for What You Can Expect. I love you all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. Bye-bye.